Okay, so I think I'm live. I'll give it a little bit before I start to do my usual professional intro. Hello everybody, Five Nights at Freddy's and version 9.0 I do believe, of Dead by Daylight is here. I'll just really quick show the Springtrap models and stuff for those that are curious. Normally I don't stream, but you know, I try to stream new content if it's chill enough. And I'm gonna attempt to make this a chill stream, hence the super chill vibes voice. Yeah, I'm just so chill. Even though this game does get me worked up because it is killer-sided and it's balanced around survivor stacks of 4 players that are super coordinated and sweaty and play this game 24/7. So if you're a casual solo queue player like myself, excuse me, it's less than ideal. Hopefully my mic is good quality. It's like a semi-new mic, but the brand of headset I use, the Rig 400 Xbox mics that are $40. I love them. They last me for years. They do tend to be a little wonky with the microphone part, unfortunately, as good as the audio and all the last ability is. Anyway, random pseudo ads aside, I don't think I'm going to buy this shirt, even though it's cool, because I usually don't wear shirts on David, and David is, of course, my main. Let me actually, while I'm doing my whole ramble, I'll very, very quickly... where are the notes? Inbox. Okay, that's not it. Okay, long story short, there are a handful of, like, changes that they made, like survivor perk buffs, killer perk buffs, quality of life changes. Now idle players are actually punished for being idle, I do believe. The killer knows where they are. There's not just as much beaming with, like, being able to stand around. And this perk got a buff. It now does 20% per injured survivor, so it's going to make my healing faster. This perk got a buff, so it makes healing faster at no cost to medkits. And this perk got a buff. It got a small buff. And so I'm just going to be Mr. Healer Boy, like I'm sure they want everybody to be. And then, of course, self-healing. Mostly Claudette's perks for those of you that may be new and thinking about getting the game. It is this character right here. You go to the blood web, and there is actually a new way to level up with your blood points up here, which are your experience points, immediately, that they just added today. I'm very excited about this, because yeah, you used to have to do it this way. And wait, and wait, and then wait, and 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 each level it'll get bigger and bigger. So you're waiting more and more and more for every little thing to load in. And now, since David's max level 100, I'm not going to level him up. I'm starting to level up Jill. Let's try it out. Oh, quick, let me show off my couple costumes. Alright, BSA Jill. I feel like it looked better in Resident Evil 5, but I'll take it. Oh yeah, this is such an improvement. Oh, you can go to the max with RT. Wow. I literally, with this implement, this is such a huge, W, or or if you're not a, Gen Z, this is such a huge win for, excuse me, the devs and the community. By the way, if you're a new viewer, which I assume you are, I burp a lot because I have asthma, so I'm always like gasping in air. So get used to it. But yeah, I literally just saved like 30 minutes of clicking this over and over because they added in this new immediate blood point spending. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very hyped. Let's get into it. This is the new try out the new mode against the new killer limited time event to show off the new stuff. I'm excited because also you can't sabotage yourself on the hook anymore unless you have like perks to actually try to increase your odds of escape, so people won't be sliding down sewers on hooks in this game. They won't be self-eliminating from the match. And yeah, let's get right into it after that neat little short, little probably 10-minute intro. I don't know. I don't have a stream up while I stream. I'm very casual. I just play my Raid Shadow Legends, non-sponsored, on my phone. I'm non-pay to win. That's the only downside of the game. It spams ads because it wants you to be pay to win. But you can choose not to be. I refuse to pay to win at any video game, as I believe they... In fact, I know it defeats the entire purpose of playing a video game if you pay it to win and bribe it to pretend you played it and unlock rewards for you that you didn't actually play and earn. But rants aside, the actual gameplay is very fun. It plays itself as well, so you can just have it running in the background. That's what I do on my phone. I could be like MLG streamer and have my stream up on my phone as well. I wanted to be slightly less casual, but not a big deal. Maybe if in some hypothetical alternate reality where I get viewers, I'll pay more attention. But yeah, I can't even see the chat if anybody does come in. It's just me, myself, and I doing ongoing, constant commentary. In the meantime, while I'm ready, I actually won't ready up until everybody's here. I think I'm starting to get like a little bit of a cold. I feel like it does that whenever I stream, literally. Like I'll start to get congested, no joke. So I'll just go over my perks. Also, by the way, I'll go over the reason I like to... He's my main because at first I thought he was kind of like the manly like jock dude, and he is. His like backstory is like he's a drunken Irish fighter, pub fighting brawler type. And this is actually isn't why I like him. David King is a gay character, as am I. So I relate to him. He's in the closet, and that's why he's angry and fighting all the time. And people are waiting on me, so I'll actually ready up. But I'll just gloss over my perks. This is healing. This is healing with evasion itself. And this is a little bit of everything. Yeah, let's try out the new healing, and I can't ready up because they randomly disabled the ready button when there's 15 seconds left, even though that just means way longer for it to 5 seconds. But yeah, regardless, you can see it right there. He has cake. That's why I like him. The end. They caked up this big muscular jock dude, and I approve of their character design. So I actually do need to unplug my controller because it's doing this cute glitch where I can't open up the guide. So hopefully it doesn't mess up the audio, because I do need to like fix my controller and audio. Alright, hopefully the audio's good. I just had to unplug my controller and headset because it was crackling while also having the game be kind of on the quiet side. But also I feel like this game's kind of too loud. And it helps me concentrate to not have it like spamming a heartbeat in my ear. I realize like I get more stressed like very easily from loud noises, especially while I'm trying to focus, like pointless distractions such as like the overly loud heartbeat, or if like in Fortnite somebody goes down and starts screeching in my ear. I can't focus on the rest of the fight. It's very annoying. Also, the devs updated it and made it so everybody spawns as close as, or within like 12 meters, I think it is, by default now. And you gotta actually add offerings to separate instead of having offerings which are like little spendable items. You gotta spend them to go apart instead of spending them just to spawn together like that. So it'll be cool to have it as a new default and be all together. Though, it's kind of like a little hand-holdy. I don't know, it kind of added some mystery to the game to be like, oh, where's my team? Unless you had those team aura seeing perks, or you know, happen to run into somebody. It kind of made it feel more like a single-player game that turns into a multiplayer game, but maybe on the other hand, having everybody spawn together will kind of hammer it into people like, hey, work as a team, this is a team game. Because I know a lot of edgelords and pseudo-gamers like to be like, oh, this isn't a 4v1 game, this is a 1v1v1v1v1, or however many, you know, 5 players, and people like to try to outcamp each other and compete for being the last one alive, because when you're the last one alive, you get a chance at the hatch, which is just a... Oh, shoot! I'm also gonna try, and this is another reason why I don't stream, I hate the, like, forced, phony, PG, nonsense. I don't like having my language restricted. I think this is a new player, because most experienced killers wouldn't fall for that. But, or, you know, they kind of bait it, and then I drop it while they back up, and, yeah. Oh, that's scary. Okay, so that guy is also very new, because he just has his back to the killer while he's hiding. But yeah, long story short, because I will ADHD a lot, that's my life story. Oh. I want this guy to not be running in the same spot as me while I do stuff. I don't know what that effect on the bottom right is. It looks almost like a new perk. Perks are the things in purple. Is this guy like intentionally running around me? Seems like it. But I think that little perk boost on the bottom right was actually from the killer, because it looked like some sort of like flyer or something. This is cool, but I'm definitely gonna get snuck up on. I don't know what Axis security door does. Oh, it's like a teleport. Oh, well, that was a unique use of time. Cool way to implement it into this game, I suppose. But yeah, I'll try to keep myself censored. It's just, you know, might slip up. I know I did a whole stream for the Dead Rising remake, since that's my second favorite game of all time, the original Dead Rising, the OG. Oh! And, a zombie grabbed me right after I finished a boss fight with no health, and I was about to die, and then a zombie grabbed me, and I said, you know, paraphrasing here, I said, "Get the F off me, you F." And, yeah, I'll let the mature and you know, innocent little kiddo minds fill in the blanks there, but, I felt like I couldn't upload that entire 8-hour-long one-shot stream because of just naturally dropping a hard slur to a inanimate, well, I guess it was animate zombie. And, you know, I'll just kind of vent rant for a second while I'm chilling on this generator, even though nobody asked for it. I feel like society, like, is so used to, like, the victim complex encouraging, and the like white knighting and being social justice warriors for clout. I guess I'll try it. That seems like a base. I'm pretty sure this is what the kids call an L. But I feel like people care more about looking like good people than actually being good people. And they will, I should have done this forever ago. See, this is an example of how I can't multitask. Oh, I can tell with the buff, this is way faster due to the Desperate Measures buff. Each injured or hooked survivor gives me a 20% healing boost to my 35% speed self-heal. Yes, David is KK! KK! I feel like I gotta clear my throat. But it's not gonna help. KK! There we go, that's a little better. I can't really get like a little higher right now because I'm kind of dehydrated. But long story short, people like to look and act like they're good people and pretend to be offended more than they actually like helping the people that are suffering and the actual victims of like societal problems. Oh yeah, we're super dead. That guy's about to die, and then that other person needs to be taken off the hook, or they'll die, and we probably won't make it there because this is very slow, and the killer's... I wonder if the killer can teleport like us. Because, more to that point before I get in a chase and die and get distracted, which is about to happen, so I should probably stop beating around the bush. I got suspended off Facebook for making a gay joke, even though, again, I am very, very gay. I made a gay joke, and it doesn't matter. There's just that we want to look like good people without being good people. So we're gonna punish the victims of homophobia, gay people, if they decide to turn their trauma into banter to, you know, cope through the things they had to go through. Like I would honestly say that my feelings towards the F word is similar to how the African American community would refer to and think about the soft N word, and how they have, quote, made it their own. I feel like with me and the hard F slur, which I only use like when I'm annoyed as kind of just a slang substitute for idiot or D-bag or whatever. I feel like it's just kind of a reference to the hardships I've gone through, as well as just kind of reminding people and not letting people deny the biases and inequality and prejudices that society loves to have and people love to have. So basically, I'll use the hard F slang word just as a way to hold prejudiced society accountable for their past transgressions. And that same prejudiced society that, you know, 10, 15 years ago, I like how this game turned into just a rant and vent about me being a homosexual, but that same society that, you know, 15 years ago, 10 years ago would have gladly called me an F-bomb is now banning me off of, or suspending me off Facebook. And I actually got banned from the Dead by Daylight subreddit, of all subreddits, you know, very on topic, for telling somebody that... I'm gonna look for the hatch now. It's gonna be like a little kind of oozing black elevator on the floor, but my volume's kind of messed up. Okay, so I'm by a gate, so I have a decent chance, but I'm pretty sure Killer is gonna be fast and get me, so I'm just gonna look at him and try to be cute and have him let me escape when he comes up. I'm very scared. Oh, I was gonna like turn around and do like a point and then run away, kind of like a little like you to man kind of thing. I wasn't gonna try and be toxic, just like a little bit like bit of harmless goofing. That scared me though. Oof. I feel like these guys kind of played like they were new, but just for the sake of positivity, I'm giving everybody likes. My MMR in this game, I intentionally tried to keep it low. I'll let little killers, like new killers, kill me. And, I'll let new killers kill me as long as nobody on my team is waiting for me to escape and could come back and die trying to rescue me. Because I don't want to bully new players, whether I'm killer or survivor. I hardly play killer, but every single time I do, I body survivors, and then I feel bad and I let them escape. Unless they're the usual sweaty, stereotypical ones, which, you know, could happen. But, shoot, ADHD. Yeah, I got banned off the Dead by Daylight subreddit because I pointed out the fact that calling something gay as a substitute for saying, oh, that's stupid, like if you say that's gay, that's not authentic homophobia. That's literally slang. I'd like to think of some examples, but I basically said that, and somebody was just playing victim complex, saying, you know, the buzzwords, homophobia, oh, this guy called me gay, let's roast him and upvote my post because I'm a victim, blah, 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 usual victim mentality that's popular these days. And I pointed out that, no, that's not what this is, and it just takes a minuscule amount of empathy to see that he's just venting and using slang for non-homophobic reasons. And like I said, I don't want to be a broken record and just go in circles here, but yeah, victim mentality was more popular on that subreddit and just Reddit in general. People like to complain and groan instead of pointing out solutions or being constructive. Rinse and repeat all day, every day. And I got suspended. I got downvoted to heck, and I got suspended. Meanwhile, I'm actually gay, and I guarantee the person that was playing the, oh, look at this homophobic guy, victim card was not. But yeah, out here banning gay dudes for homophobia and gay jokes. It's a very interesting time we live in, where actual victims are being repressed, judged, and continually mistreated for acting on the abuse that's happened to them, acting on their trauma, acting on their feelings, and I'm not gonna make it about straight people, because it's not all straight people, and you know, there are like different orientations that are capable of doing different, you know, abusive things. But I do feel like a lot of the perpetrators of abuse, verbal abuse, slander, not slang, what's the frickin' word for, like the N-word and the F-word? I'm trying to think. I'm literally drawing a blank. It'll come to me later, and I'll do the Homer Simpson style dough, but, yeah, I literally can't think of the word for, like, really hard slurs. It's literally slurs. Okay. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. My memory is turning into, my brain's turning into Swiss cheese, probably since COVID. Yeah, y'all know how COVID went, you know. But yeah, I think we're allowed to say COVID. I'll post this on YouTube after, and I guess I'll find out. But yeah, the people that actually like are abusive and use slurs, or would have proudly used slurs back in the day, like the same people who've been homophobic are now the same people that are playing victims for homophobia, and those same people that are yeah, just mistreating others, having those biases, having those prejudices, are also like just doing complete 180 two-faced nonsense and trying to soak up the sympathy for it as well. and I'm just very like mad about it. Not only because it affects my life. This is therapy at this point. I'm just in therapy on this stream. Jesus. I'm sure y'all like it because it's deep drama talk. I know people tend to enjoy my chill ramblings. I taught myself how to do it when I first streamed in like 2007, webcam in front of the TV type stuff for my friends on MSN Messenger Live. So yeah, I've been streaming for what, 18 years. So I know how to ramble. I'm a good rambler. I'd love to do radio or something, even though radio's dying. I should probably take her off before I do the generator next to her. Okay, she's running away even though I have 3 healings perks and could heal her in like 4 seconds. So I'm gonna go back to doing this. Killers across the map. I wonder how fast he'll get to me. It does help in games like this if you play both sides, so you get to know a character such as the killer's strengths and weaknesses. Oop. Oh, snap. I think I also play better when I'm so scared. Oh, he's right there. I think I play better when I ramble and I'm not really paying attention, or paying attention like when I'm on autopilot. Oh, that's... It didn't let me drop because I guess he was within the hitbox. I'm so happy they changed the rotation thing to the... You used to have to wiggle the sticks and break your controller and basically force your controllers to have drift by rotating the sticks to break out of being carried, but now it's just a bumper minigame. You didn't really get to see it because he hooked me like on a hook 2 feet away. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm glad they made that improvement. I forgot where I was going with my therapy. The joys of ADHD, like I said. I know I covered how people, the same perpetrators of, I keep forgetting the terms, like, as I'm speaking about it, because I'm trying to multitask, and the perpetrators of prejudice, are turning around and playing victims, in place of and for on behalf of prejudiced people or people that are victims of prejudice, just so they can absorb clout and look like good people. And then people like me that are actually affected by prejudice have been my whole life. I literally like was in the closet and had to act like I literally became an actor as a child, literal actor. Because of like homophobic upbringing in neighborhood, and I lived in a relatively good neighborhood too, keep that in mind. But just like the shame and the outcasting and like just that instilled belief that, oh, there's something inherently wrong with you, you're just inherently broken and not acceptable from a young age, it's terrible. I'm gonna try and rescue this guy. But not only does, homophobia and stuff affect me for those kind of reasons, and that's, why I'm passionate about this kind of thing, but I had a second half, and I did lose the exact point I wanted to make my ramble towards. Yeah, this is so fast with these buffed healing perks. I like this a lot. This is my medic outfit for David. Kind of unique, just kind of white. Matches the kind of like doctor, nurse kind of aesthetic, even though he's in a frickin' tank top. I should probably turn my volume up so I can hear the heartbeat. But anyway. Not only because of the, homophobia that was brought upon me, that messed me up psychologically, blah, 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 I'm a victim. I'm not trying to, get too much sympathy during this therapy stream. While I'm simultaneously like talking about how there's too much of a victim complex. But I will say, like, if you're an actual victim, you have every right to handle your trauma, be a victim. If you are an actual victim, you have every right to handle your trauma in the way that most effectively heals you. Just don't milk it. And that's my thing, is there's so much disingenuine victim complex milking from people that aren't even victims. So much to the point that it's literally affecting the people that are real victims, who are stoic and don't make a big scene and show of their trauma, who are then just immediately misjudged as not knowing what they're talking about and ignorant and easily misconstrued and misinterpreted and misunderstood. And it's this weird thing where I'm literally a gay man that is like, I feel outcasted by society, even as society is making it trendy to have like LGBT, etc., whatever acronyms, LGBT, QI, ABCD, EFG, whatever nonsense acronym label you want to use for, you know, buzzwords. Basically, as a gay man, I feel outcasted by people that pretend to support gay people. I literally feel like because I don't milk and play up the victim complex for attention, just excessively. Yeah, just literally just play up the victim, like really milk it for attention. I feel like because I don't do that, I am not welcome. And I don't know. I feel like people don't understand me still, even as I try to be more emotionally intelligent the older I get and articulate myself as well as I can. And you know, that's fine. It's fine to feel misunderstood. Oh shit. Wait, this guy's definitely about to clap me, but I'm gonna try to lead him away from that hook. Okay, got him away from that hook. That was a terrible attempt at a juke. Oh god. I panicked. I'll just settle for I panicked. That's why I ran. I turned around and ran straight into the killer in a freaking doorway. Zero chance of juking. But at least they're across the map and at full health, so that's good. Did my job. And yeah, there's apparently now if you fail these, you just like if you just let it go and you don't input anything, the game detects that you're trying to throw the match, and you'll get the same disconnect penalty as quitting now. So less people will be throwing the game and automatically dying, so that's great. Very happy she got me, even though killer's camping. I want to find a good spot to heal. I guess this is as good as any. She did. But yeah, I wish I'm trying to work on my verbosity, which is how much you ramble. And basically just, you know, work on my articulation. Which, you know, I'm not too worried about because I'm streaming, and the whole point of streaming is to fill the dead air with whatever rambling thoughts you have. So literally, it's weird. Oh, RIP, he was in a locker. I'm the last one again. I swear I'm not trying to, like, run around and hide and be the last survivor. Ooh, look at me. I'm the main character. I'm the final girl. Ooh, wee. I'm not trying to do that. In fact, I'll just run up to avoid drawing this out, because this is something toxic killers do. They'll leave somebody on the ground. What the heck? Is she dying? I guess she's dying. Oh, yeah, she's dying. I'm gonna be quirky and just wait right by this. And if he shows up, then I'm just gonna look at him. I swear I'm about to get jump scared. Oh, really? I'm about to get jump. There better be a jump scare in his. Oh, this is cool. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a cute little animation. Oh god, he did jump scare me, and then I guess the graphics glitched. W finishing maneuver, like it's WWE. He hit me with his signature. Ooh, and that was his first game, as the whatever, or one of his first games. Yeah, I enjoyed that. As long as it's not like the killer tunneling, which is just chasing one person, which annoys me in any game. I hate when people like pretend it's like a 1v1 when it's not an actual 1v1 game, and I just get harassed the whole time while I'm trying to like interact with everything and everyone. So as long as they don't do that or leave a player on the ground for that whole like 4 minutes for their little meter to empty and bleed out while they look for me, just so the hatch doesn't have a chance to appear, which is called slugging. As long as they don't tunnel, slug, or just camp me to make sure I don't have a chance to get unhooked, which I guess is fine if it's the end game and they want to secure one kill. But if it's before the end game and they camp, which I guess they did, and they add in the anti-camp meter, so I'm not as mad about camping anymore. As long as they don't tunnel or slug, or like cheat or work with my team as my team like sabotages me and you know, leads the killer to me and all that dumb stuff. As long as none of those things happen, I always have a good time. But unfortunately, those things tend to happen a lot. I also get annoyed with teammates that, well, I'm venting, you know. It's, you know, story of my life by this point. As long as my teammates aren't, you know, popping a squat in the corner of the map not doing anything, which now, now that there's that idle system, I think there's going to be a lot less of, so I'm very happy. I'm very happy people that don't contribute to the team are now being punished for it. But I guess to summarize my ramble and my therapy, that is totally on topic for Dead by Daylight that I literally got into just because David has a big butt. So I had to go down this whole rabbit hole of my gay homosexual trauma. I guess just to summarize, and I want to put it in the most articulate way, like most concise way possible, because I think a lot about like why I feel the way I feel about things, and I'm trying to be less of a victim and come to terms with like my emotions so I can like heal and move past them. And I think there's just a lot of clout chasing phoniness that is misrepresenting and damaging to actual victims of homophobia. I think that's the most concise way to put it. I think the way I rambled kind of makes sense. So this is a perk the killers have where the like 3 generators furthest from them are covered by these things for like 180 seconds, I think, unless they changed it. So 3 minutes. So for a good chunk of the game, this whole like side of the map is going to be useless. So we gotta we're forced to run near the killer or sit back and be useless over there by the generators that can't be worked on. And I realize a lot of these people, they're either newer or just really bad, or throwing, or all of the above. Because I do have the empathetic connection. It's that perk with the guy on top, the chest up guy in the sweater. Because of that perk, when other survivors are injured, I probably should have started with this, you know, description of my perks. Because of that, when other survivors are injured, they can see my outline through walls, no matter where I am on the map. And while that's great for, oh, I lost the killer and now I gotta be healed, let me find somebody. Ooh, there he is. Which is what the perk's meant for. A lot of lesser players will use it as a means to try to sling the killer onto me so they can escape. Just general, you know, I'm the main character, I'm the only one that matters, selfishness, very non-cooperative mentality, which is obviously free L's in a team-based game. I don't know, I'm so happy I played Left 4 Dead. I always say this, I feel like you should separate gamers between the ones that played Left 4 Dead and the ones that didn't, because Left 4 Dead forces you, unless you were a bot that just got on, got clapped, and like never got on again, then you don't count. You don't matter. I kid, I just. But people that actually got nice at Left 4 Dead, they realized like quickly and immediately that whole like, ooh, I'm the main character, I'm gonna run off on my own, that literally just gets you stuck and you can't like push special infected off you when they grab you like that, so you're literally helpless. Oh, this is a map showcase. I thought this was a Springtrap showcase as well, but this is the killer that once she gets you sick and then you can't heal yourself out of the sickness, so my whole entire perk loadout in the bottom right is going to be null and less useful now. Because I can't heal if I'm sick, and I can't heal my teammates if they're sick. See, this guy has crows because he wasn't playing, which I think was probably an honest mistake. He's a little Dwight, which is the default character in Five Nights at Freddy's shirt, so he's probably a brand new Five Nights at Freddy's fan. Oh god. Oh god! I'm sick now, so I'm pretty much, unless I go to these frickin' white things, which are spread throughout the map. I'm getting, like, is she disgusted with me? Is that the vibe I'm getting? This is, I goofed coming into that room. Is she, I was gonna say, I think this killer's messing with me, because either that or they, like, nerfed the heck out of that killer. I think that killer is messing around, though. I think they're just going around puking on everybody, because they could have hooked me, and they didn't, and I see nobody else has been hooked. But maybe I'm just the unlucky first one. I think I'm the unlucky first one. But it is funny that I got puked on like 8 times in a row. Imagine I'm doing all this commentary and like my mic like just decided not to work. Oh god, please! Aw, I'm so close. Basement hooks are low-key toxic, because then everybody's got to come down here and risk their life, and then it's just undesirable. But so I guess this is a good time to talk about my perks. As I mentioned, empathetic connection is the guy in the sweater on top, on the bottom right. That increases my healing speed. It used to be by 30%, now it's 35% for other survivors. And they can see my outline when they're injured. So it's just like, hey, you need heals, come to me type stuff. The one on the right, the one on the left is self-care. That's just, I can heal myself at slow speed. But it's increased by the one on the right, which is the flower, that's Botany, which now just increases your healing speed by 50%, which is a huge, great perk. I think it might be the best perk in the game now. And then Desperate Measures is like Botany, but less, unless 3 or 4 people are injured, then it's better than Botany. I wanted to help that other guy, but I knew if I didn't stop to help him, I was just going to get downed and go on the hook again, which would have been awful. Alright, so that was actually fortunate. I don't know if the killer is going easy or if the killer is new. Could be both. I'm glad we made it out. And Desperate Measures, in case you didn't see your double burp? The legend. Desperate Measures, as I mentioned briefly, like a couple times, increases your healing and unhook speeds by 20% per injured or hooked survivors. So if everybody's injured, all 4 of us, then I get a 80% speed boost. And with Botany, I always get a 50% speed boost. I don't want to touch that gross generator. Ew, gross. So yeah, 130% bonus. Or if it's only me that's injured and I'm healing myself, then I get a 70% speed bonus, which isn't bad. Ooh, she turned around because that guy unhooked. I got lucky. This is the closest one we've had to actually doing all the generators. See, that's what frustrates me is these like healing builds are like, they're better for the shoot. Damn. was gonna body block for him if possible, but oh man, this is a tough situation. Okay, so that guy is Kindred, which is why I can see my teammate. I have no idea where the killer is. So I'm just gonna kind of go down and give him a shot. Killer's definitely on her way. Yeah, I genuinely have no idea if this is like somebody. This guy's got to be goofing around. I have no idea. Or he literally is just like, oh, the puke is my main attack. Maybe there's probably like an achievement for like puking on survivors like a billion times, and this guy's going for it. I think that's exactly what's going on. Because he could just, you know, smack me in the butt a couple times and I'd go down, but he's puking on me and like injuring me the slowest way possible. With as many pukes as possible. What can I talk about aside from my trauma and, you know, victimhood? I guess there's nothing left. Like, that's my that's my entire personality. I'm trying, because I actually do have a victim complex. I'm trying to get out of it. So I'm trying to think genuinely. What else can I talk about? I mean, obviously, there's butts. There's Dead by Daylight. There's my love of horror. The fact that Resident Evil's come to this game, and now Five Nights at Freddy's, which I did a playthrough of, a chill playthrough. It's on YouTube. By the way, when this other guy gets hooked, the Ash Williams that's under me in the icons, listen to his scream, and it sounds just like Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy. I swear. The yellow Ed. The unibrow Ed. Yeah, this is wild. Not getting any generator progress done at this point. See? Double D! Anyway, shoot. Resident Evil's in this game. I love Resident Evil. It's my favorite series. This game kind of gives me Resident Evil Outbreak vibes, which is actually my favorite game ever, because this is a 4-player game that is like randomly generated. It's even more randomly generated than Outbreak, which had like a huge variety of different like item location presets and stuff like that gave it a lot of replay value. Okay, I'm about to die. No longer being the last one alive for once, which is, this is usually how it goes. I'm surprised I got the last one alive 2 times in a row. So I wasn't trying to, you know, just be Mr. Papa Squat, hide in the corner, final girl, like I said, but that was actually the best game, though, because we got close to doing all the generators. If it was very close and, like, the last generator got done, I'd probably spectate and see which of these guys left. So I'm gonna like that killer. And I'm actually not gonna like the Dwight, because I thought he was a newbie noob, and he wasn't a newbie noob. And he was idle with those crows on the whole time, so he was not helping, and I feel like it would have been even closer if he was. Gonna hear me say a lot. This is my favorite of the 3 preset costumes I got. I guess I could try a different loadout. This one is very, very, very harmonious. This is, I got the self-healing and the botany, which increases my healing and self-healing speed by 50%. But I also have the overcome perk, which, when I get smacked for the first time and I become injured, it doubles my speed increase. And then 30 seconds later, if I manage to get healed again and back to full health, which I can in 30 seconds if I have enough space from the killer, I can do it all over again. So basically, almost every time the killer hits me, unless the killer's on my butt the whole game, I'm going to be double distance, or have that speed boost you get from getting smacked, for twice as long. So it's very nice for evasion. I call it the evasion and stealth build. And then the Leon perk I forget what it's called, Bite the Bullet. That's the one on top that you'll see here in a second. Overcome is on the bottom, that's the guy dashing. And then the Leon perk, Bite the Bullet, it makes me heal others and myself quietly. So instead of being a big loud grunting dinner bell of while I'm healing myself, instead it's just oh my god. So this is what happens when I stream and I can't like pay attention to the game enough. That's my excuse, so nobody gets to talk trash. Your trash talk is now null and void. You missed your window. That's actually the single worst I've ever done at the beginning of Dead by Daylight, is just hop on a generator and instantly get healed off and hooked. But yeah, the Leon one is really good for like hiding from the killer while you're healing. You, instead of being the dinner bell, you become kind of camouflage, though there is still the scratch marks that survivors leave. It's like a little trail that lasts 10 seconds to where they go. So I'm gonna hope the killer doesn't come straight towards me, otherwise this will be a world record clap. I think he is chasing somebody though, so that's good. That's what I meant by I should probably turn up my game volume, but I feel like the heartbeat is going to... Let me turn up my game volume instead of just talking about it. I don't want to like start like shouting to compensate for the game volume though, because I do want to have a chill stream. This is why I like Bite the Bullet right here, because if I didn't have Bite the Bullet, he would have definitely heard me healing myself and he would have come straight towards me, and that would have been the difference between me getting to heal this right away or getting hooked for the second time right away. Oh, that's why that's where he came from the first time. I was so confused. Okay, so he can teleport, that's good. Is he chasing me? I genuinely can't tell. I'm gonna go to a pallet and heal. What the? Oh, he actually hit me with that. I forgot he even had that. Dang, I went from the main character getting out of the gate in my first match, everybody look at how nice I am, to the dropper that gets eliminated immediately. I suck. Damn. Maybe I should consider a career change. You youngsters won't get that reference. But the OGs, y'all know what's up. The OGs. That's a phrase that's being spammed to death and becoming like way past cliche, especially by Fortnite. There's OGs, there's Season OG, there's OG Chapter 1, OG Chapter 2, blah blah blah. So it's like, are you the OG? Are you the OG of the OG? OG. And it's like literally... Okay, so he wants to heal me, but if I healed myself, I would be silent, so I will be mildly salt if the killer hears me and approaches. But obviously a teammate healing is better than solo healing, no matter how many perks you got, unless you have strength with shadows and a bunch of healing speed increase perks and you're in the basement already. That's the only time where you can heal yourself, and you know, medkits. But I actually don't use items because I don't like the idea of depending on something that will eventually run out, unless I spend all my blood points on just David King items, which I'm not going to. I like to try and level everybody up. I'm running. I fucked up. Also, I just swear on stream, and that's what I mean, like, I naturally swear when I'm comfortable, and I'm comfortable when I game. Like, that's the whole point. You relax, you go hard, you know, push for self-improvement, socialize, you know, experience some story, and that's like every like point of gaming. Get some glory, climbing leaderboards or winning matches. Like, that's it. That's everything about gaming in a nutshell. Every point of gaming. But These guys weren't bad, so everybody gets a like. That guy did good for somebody that's a Prestige 1. Well, I guess he's experienced if he already prestiged. He probably had leftover blood points, but not a bad spring trap, not a bad lobby. But I'm also not really paying attention to the game, paying attention to commentary and monologuing. If I was paying more attention to the game, I would probably, at this point, because I'm tired of generators not getting done, I would probably put on a generator build. In fact, I'm going to do that for the meme. So this is the most generator-ist build possible of all time. I'll let you guys glance. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I completely lied. So the first perk increases everybody's speed by 10%. If they're on the same, actually, if they're on the same generator. The second perk lets me see the 3 generators that are closest together and increases generator speed by 6, repair speed by 6%. Invocation weaving spiders, I gotta find the basement, so that'll be mildly annoying, but I think I know kind of where it spawns. It's generally just, you know, bottom of a big building or little hut. That'll permanently injure me, which is not great. And take 10% off each generator. And then resilience will add 9% to my generator speed and other speeds. So in total, if I have somebody on the same generator as me, we'll both get 10% speed, which is great. Which would be 16 for me, and then 10% with this. So 35% total if hypothetically I were to do every generator with at least one teammate. But I don't usually get teammates on the same generator as me. This is where the more complainy side of me comes out. I say after I vented about, you know, homophobia for like 20 minutes. The more complainy side of me is about to come out, the more critical. Because I am the ultimate critic. I'm the critic from Ratatouille that everybody needs to impress. I'm very important. And I will say, solo queue teammates, don't be doing generators. I know. I'm a big revolutionary person by saying that thing I already said earlier, that people are just self-centered and have main character syndrome and are also scared. And if I'm, you know, roasting people, cowards, and they don't want to help the team. They don't want to, you know, suck it up and work towards the goal and get out of here together. They want to, I'm scared, I'm going to hide in the corner, and let their team get slaughtered, and that's the vast majority of players on this game. I would honestly say that's like 74% of players is my honest estimation. Just kind of hide, pop a squad, do nothing. At least 74% of solo queue teammates. Obviously, if you're in a group together, you're gonna, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be looking for the basement so I can invocate. Get 10% off each generator. But if I run into the killer, I'm gonna be scared. What the f... Okay. Where... I thought it would be easy to find the basement. Oh. Hey, it is. I didn't want to speak too soon there, but psh, I knew it would be easy to find the basement. Shit. Alright, let's get this chest unlocked for easy blood points. Easy blood points, boys. W stream, boys. W's in the chat. W, W, W. The World Wide Web. Which is crazy that it comes full circle, because this has a spider as the icon. So if this killer is experienced, and he's not in a chase distracting him, you know, chasing somebody, not paying attention, he will see me injure myself and know exactly where I am. Which is not great, but I'm kind of YOLOing for the sake of just showing what a more like I want to do generators kind of build looks like. Though this isn't actually the best one. I'd say the best one is Meg's Sprint Burst perk, which gives me a speed boost for running 2 generators or away from killer every 30 seconds. And then replacing the Dwight perk, where I gotta have my teammates on the same generator for a speed boost, with the Stakeout perk, which every like 15 or whatever seconds I'm in the killer's terror radius, I get a free great skill check. I got super clapped, and this guy's on PC, so he will not be getting a like from me. I hate forced cross-platform play. And on games where like sensitivity matters, not so much on this game, but still, like games where like aiming is relevant and sensitivity matters, I hate being forced to play with people that have a controller advantage. Alright, let's speed run this generator, watch how much faster this gets done. W speed, W hook, W gen, W gen. So yeah, we got our 1 gen done, now I can die in peace. In fact, I probably will. Now this is kind of like the slow vibe part of the stream. I'm getting kind of bored, as a famous SpongeBob once said. Yeah, getting kind of bored. So I'm already like, as hype as I am for these changes, I'm already kind of over the whole like noobs not touching generators thing. Even though I haven't been like super locked in due to commentary, but I still go on autopilot and touch generators. But yeah, y'all have seen the at most 3 gens getting done, usually only 1. Okay, she can't unhook herself, so I could be like, hey, I'm gonna leave her there, but I'll get her. Even though this means the killer's gonna get notified and come right back over here. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, there's literally no way to juke somebody like that unless you run in a straight line, pretend to go one way, and then like keep going straight and maybe go the other way. Then maybe you can kind of juke them. Other than that, not too much you can do with somebody with good aim as a melee character that's faster than you. That you can't fight back against. You're helpless, which I like about this game. I like that it's not a kooky, oh, all the survivors are gonna have weapons and bully the killer, dumb, kooky, take it away from being horror and make it, you know, some fan fiction nonsense. I like that this is a more serious, lopsided, killer-biased horror game. I just don't like that the community insists on treating it like it's a skill-based 1v1. You guys cannot heal me because I have invocated. I am permanently broken. A metaphor for my life. Oh shit! And I'm outie. Actually, if I can crawl over here, a teammate can hide and knock this down once he picks me up. Oh no, they ran away. I'm out here. Somebody help! Please! Help me! No! Alright. Do I do one more? I don't think I will. But yeah, I don't like that the community pretends this is like a skill-based game, because especially if you're solo queue and it's literally just like any other matchmaking game, where the matchmaker literally chooses if you get the winning or losing teammates. Not to mention how lopsided and killer biased it is, unless you're somebody who's like brand new and has never played a game before. You're gonna body the survivors very easily. Maybe if they're sweaty, you know everything about the game, all the items thing, 4-stack, like the game likes to balance the game around, killer versus a sweaty stack of 4, and then the rest of us casuals suffer, then maybe you'll have a challenge. But I've even been brand new. I have played a killer for the first time against stereotypes like that, sweaty kids, and it was just a easy body. Like, there's really nothing you can do if you're playing hide and seek tag with somebody that's faster than you, and you just gotta walk in a straight line towards them and tap them a couple times, rinse and repeat, which is pretty much this game. So that's my feedback to the devs, because, you know, I'm about to blow up and become, you know, Mr. Beast Jr., because Mr. Beast is, you know, the ultimate role model at this point. Everybody wants to be Jimothy Dean. And, yeah. I forgot where I was going. Oh, yeah, devs. Make killers less OP. I do like the step in the direction towards, you know, punishing people for being idle. But there needs to be more punishment for people not touching generators, because there's a lot of like, oh, I'm running around, so I'm technically not idle. And that's not enough. So hopefully they keep going in the right direction. The game is improving as time goes on, so still love it. Love it, honestly, the more I play it. Actually, I love it the longer time goes on, because the quality improves, but my patience towards throwing teammates and overpowered killers abusing their power has gone down. So that's pretty much where I'm at with this game. I recommend it to people if they're fine with losing, because it is low-key. If you're playing Survivor, it's low-key a losing simulator. If you're bad at games, then Killer is a losing simulator. But if you're decent at games or greater, then you can either play Killer, get free wins, boost your ego, or you can play Survivor, try to get a stack, and kind of have balanced games at that point. But even then, yeah, killers are faster, and they just got to tap you a couple times, hook you, wait for you to get unhooked, repeat 2 more times each. And once they do that to one person and get one person out, there's literally nothing the other 3 can do to all escape, unless they're already almost done, which is only possible with, like I said, like items like the toolboxes and perks and a lot of coordination, you know, sweaty stuff. Hence, you know, how the game developers... I don't know why the game developers balance the game around sweat groups like that. If anything, sweat groups 4 stacks should be nerfed. Like, they should literally have longer generators, because I'm tired of the devs catering to killers because of groups like that. But anyway, hope you enjoyed my rant. Hope you enjoyed my venting. I'll send you, well, I guess you'll send me the therapy bill. We like to have fun here. Thanks for tuning in. How do I end the stream? I'm Unc. I'm Uncle Grandpa. For real.